And we are so live, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, me and the great YR. Welcome to our new episode of WrestleManiax. It's been a while since we did this episode, or let alone the show altogether. We're
Yeah,
still
have
waiting
you?
on how. What's
When's the
up?
last time you heard from Ark?
You know what? I'm going to DM him tomorrow. I know he's been busy trying to sell his house. Haven't heard much from him since that. He informed me what was going on. I'm going to DM him tomorrow through Gmail and see how he's doing, if he's making any progress on how things are going with that progress. I miss the guy because I know if I haven't heard from someone in a long while, I miss the dude, when you think about it.
Yes.
I gotta get my phone ready for in case something comes up, blah, blah, blah.
Yo, so I don't know if you have Hulu,
Hmm.
but if you don't, there's a free 30-day trial, or then you can cancel. But there's a brand new, it's a four-part series. So, I
Hmm.
mean, they're each, I think, over an hour long. I'm like halfway through episode two, or just
Hmm.
started episode two. It's the John Bon Jovi.
Oh, I heard about that. I
So it's
saw that
like,
on Facebook.
so yeah, it's like, remember that tour in 2022 he did, and it was really bad.
I believe I've heard about it a couple of times there. I
It's right
guess.
before the 40th, right before the 40th anniversary, and so like, which
Mm,
he's not, So basically, this documentary, it obviously takes you on the journey of his life, right? The start and all that. Like Bruce Springsteen, kind
I
of
see
gave
there.
him
Yeah,
his, kind of almost gave him his start in a way, and kind of like worked with him or whatever, and the whole Jersey deal. But then it's like him. Um, a lot of these bands rent out arenas, and there's arenas that don't, that are older. So he was like at the Meadowlands Arena, he rented it out. So it
I
shows them,
see there.
like them bands getting ready rehearsals, him rehearsing, and him like through the vocal thing. I know I'm not even the meat, the good parts yet of this thing, because like Richie Sambora is being interviewed. I mean, this is all like a big thing. We'll discuss some more next week on the music show. But
Yeah, we definitely got to reserve that. But let's get to the.
I'll watch it before then. You know what I mean? But yeah, the wrestling. So there's like a lot of wrestling news, Brown. I looked
Yeah, we
for
got
different
one
things
of them.
today. Like them,
Yes.
like real quick. Like there's brand new news we have, but then like there's other things that we do need to bring up that happen. Like the whole. I just want to throw out this before I forget the whole Tony Khan thing with him breaking his neck and going on the football draft, Brown, and
Yeah, I remember him.
he called WWE um what's the guy in Hollywood who got in trouble, the sex stuff?
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, so he called
Yes.
WWE Harvey Weinstein, and like, bro, all the pro wrestlers, like all the wrestlers we love from back in the day, like all the Attitude Era guys, like, bro, they're like, bro, that's not cool, Tony Khan. Like, that's not a good move on that. Like Tony Khan's
Well,
getting
it's
really
what
annoying, and
I know it is. Well, you got to remember, Tony Khan right now is at this point, AEW right now is in a kind of like in a limbo state. I mean, like when you think about it, the only real big names they have up there right now, of course, is Chris Jericho and of course Adam Copeland, formerly known as
right,
Edge. They have Christian Cage. They still have some of the other people that the WWE let go a few years back, like Ruby Soho, Miro, formerly known as Rusev, Brian
man, like, what are they doing
Danielson.
with those people?
I do not know because right now I guess people like Joe Cronin and of course other wrestling news sites are out there are they've been saying for a while that AEW is pretty much what I said in the limbo state because I think it's because Tony Khan is feeling that pressure to try get himself and his company back in stride.
Right.
Because right now the WWE is hot once again since Triple H Paul Levesque took over as the main CEO. I mean,
I
right
mean, it's
now,
all right. It's all
go
right.
ahead.
Like WrestleMania was little hype, a little overhyped, but like the Cody Rhodes thing is it's not clicking with a lot of fans, and I mentioned this on Ryback's show, which he did
Mhm.
feature that on his channel on that clip of
Yes.
me.
Yes, I
Um,
heard that.
and even Ryback agrees, like it's a little, it's not really clicking, brother. You know what I'm
I know. I know.
saying?
Well, I guess
Me
Cody. I guess
more.
it's to say that Cody Rhodes is not one of those guys that he's not a Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not an Undertaker. You know, he's not his father. Most definitely. If he were to try to be like his father, he'd be laughed out of the joint. That's no doubt about that.
Right.
But you also got to remember that I guess the ideas. I guess he would have pushed Cody to the they want to get Cody to be the next big face, if one looks to me. But the thing is, what Cody needs to do is get on the mic and learn some real powerful trades when giving a promo. I mean, like you look at The Rock and how easily it comes like a flow to him. It's like he's able to get on the mic and dog everybody back in the dressing room, in the ring, out in the arena. He's able to do that with such great ease. I mean, like we think about it, maybe Cody Rhodes behind the scenes needs to take a few lessons from The Rock, but
Yes.
but yet come up with his own interpretations, like add a little bit of himself into those promos, because the promos is what helps sell
Look,
the wrestler.
even it's not a Cody Crybaby deal. It's not. I'm a big rock guy, big rock fan. Look, I touched fingers with Cody Rhodes
Hmm.
because that used to be part of his gimmick with Stardust when he jumps off the ring.
Yep.
And this is a real fan perspective. I was there for Cody Rhodes at the start when he was his worst gimmick, some could say. But
Yeah.
one of his gimmicks when he go jumps out of the ring, you know how people fist bump or high five.
Absolutely. There.
His thing was like he did. It's like a zap, like he hit that, and so I
Zip
hit that with him,
like
and
this.
he did that to me. Yes, at this WrestleMania Access long time ago, and I still have that picture,
Nice.
and I put it up recently and everything.
Nice.
But
Good to hear.
all these people that are Cody Rhodes fans now weren't. We're all shitting on him when he was the Stardust gimmick, bro.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes had no fans as a Stardust gimmick, except for probably children or something. I necessarily wasn't a fan. I just knew
Neither was
the
I. I thought
gimmick.
that was
I
the
knew the
most.
gimmick. I knew the character. I knew the seances, whatever.
Yeah.
And there you go. You know what I'm saying? But now, I mean, I'm being honest. Like now, I don't. It doesn't. It's not doing anything for me. But you know what I'm saying? Like
I think
you
what
can
it
have
is.
one of the Uso brothers, Brown, can be champion and be a way better champion because it's just that on the mic stuff. Really, you can't just be repetitive with the let's talk about it. What do you want me to talk about? Like it's bro, it's. I know he wants to make a meme out of that, like the yes 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 movement, like by
Yeah,
people
pretty much.
repeating what do you want to talk about,
Yep,
but it's just not
exactly.
working, man. It's just not working.
Well, like he said, he should probably maybe Cody should get a hold of one of the writers or one of the head executives, whether it's Nick Khan, Triple H, and say, "Hey, we need to work on my promo skills because right now my promo skills suck balls, and I need something that's really going to grab the attention of the people, that's really going to grab the attention of the whole roster. Need something to really has something like." Not necessarily like a Austin or a Rock or Undertaker or a CM Punk. He needs to come up with a few lines that's going to really get the audience by the balls. Needless to say, whether it's him or some of the writers. And by the way, since Triple H took over, have any of the members of the roster been able to come up with their own promos at times instead of having people write
And
them for them?
probably yeah. I mean, I'm saying like they get bullet points or whatever, and I mean, I don't. No one in this community knows how the fuck that works because they never worked in WWE, but or been behind the scenes. a WWE. I mean, everyone can speculate on how exactly that works or what the thing is going on now, but definitely I feel like the talent is getting a little bit more free reign. Brown, like
Yeah,
obviously the veteran talents are always going to get more trust.
yeah,
'Cause, have that more responsibility throughout the years, and they prove that they can handle that responsibility.
I know.
Of
It's
that,
like, you know,
of putting, people get attitudes and they don't want to make other wrestlers look good, which in
yeah,
wrestling terms is called putting over.
yeah,
Putting over another
exactly,
wrestler. So like,
exactly.
y- you still kind of get that nowadays. I'm pretty sure. It seems like listening to wrestlers talk. The whole CM Punk thing on how the younger talent didn't respect the older talent. Like no young talent, not much young talent wanted to hear any advice.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know, and it's a generation thing. Blah blah blah. But Brown, do you for months and months and months and months on Ryback show, there's this guy that calls in with kind of insider information, and a lot of the times he's right,
Right. Yes.
but he's been preaching and preaching. Um, Drew McIntyre's leaving. Drew McIntyre's leaving. Drew McIntyre's leaving. And what? And I sent you that article. If you can look for it, Brown.
Okay, I'll look
Drew
for it.
McIntyre pretty much confirms he was on the Pat McAfee show, and McIntyre confirms like he had already been had the negotiations and contract deals with WWE. Like
All
he's
right there.
way past that. Like, and pretty much saying he's there to stay. If you can find that, like, look, find something that to read and we can read up on that because that's pretty big. Because a lot of people were thinking he's leaving and going to AEW. Obviously, was the big. But this is he went on Pat McAfee show. I mean, I guess that's Which are you like a Pat McAfee guy like that? A lot of people they differ. Like
Well,
I
I
don't
heard a
mind them.
lot of. Well, I know a lot of. I know a lot of people know
He
who
has
he is.
like
I
he has
guess
that yeah he has like that charisma. He's not like just a talking piece of boring wood or
regular.
something. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
he's like he has that character, charisma. He's positive, but he can be like
Hmm.
kind of like I like Pat McAfee heelish on
Yeah.
commentary. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like like he's not like an asshole, but like he might cheer on the heel character or something. Like I don't mind that.
Heel commentary. That's what it's called. Yes.
Yeah. Did you find anything on that? You're sitting in the damn ring,
Um,
Doctor Brown. Are you?
I'm in, yeah. I know. I right now I have here some background I made for this particular episode.
Yes.
It says here Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio reported that Drew McIntyre's new WWE contract is for 3 years and an unconfirmed 4 million yearly. The Rock revealed the new deal on social media, emphasizing the significance of the signing of the two-time WWE champion. So I guess McIntyre is going to be staying with the WWE. I guess so. I doubt very much he would want to go to AEW in the state that it's in at this moment there. And by the way, speaking of AEW, many times I've seen photos and videos of half empty arenas for various AEW shows. I remember there was this one footage, I guess it was around Christmas time, 2019, that was in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I guess most of the upper balconies were vacant, but and everybody else was out in the crowd. You may remember that where I guess Randy Spears or Sean Spears or whatever Ricky Spears, I think his name was. He was getting stunned left and right by
Ricky
Aubrey.
Spears.
No, I mean
Talking
Rick.
about Britney Spears?
No, Ricky
No, you know
Starks.
who
I
that
think
never. Oh, Ricky Starms.
Ricky Starks. I think it may have was. It's been a
Uh-huh.
while. I mean, and funny thing is, everybody was coming out, stunning the guy, kind of like what Stone Cold Steve Austin did with the whole McMahon family and everybody else included.
Right.
Tony Khan comes out, he stuns Ricky Starks. Aubrey Edwards, stuns Ricky Starks. Everybody stuns Ricky Starks, including Cody Rhodes when he was still involved with that company. And it's like you can imagine Cody's face right now as he looks at the company he worked with, AEW, now in the limbo state that it is. He's like, damn, I'm glad I left it just in time, man. Man. Plus, you got to remember, I think one of the big reasons he left is because WWE was going to pay more money. And plus, when you think about it, he has a daughter to support, you know. And going back to Cody's Stardust gimmick, I've read many times that Cody hated that gimmick just as much as everybody else did. I guess the idea was have him pair with his brother Dustin, but
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
like it
strong enough.
wasn't. Look, it wasn't that bad. It's like Creed, bro. Like Creed the band. It's like
Yes.
they get a bad rap and everything. Cody's character got a bad rap for the Stardust, but it's not like
Mhm.
looking back. There's way worse. You know what I mean? And look
Yeah,
at
it
them
is.
now. Look at Creed now. They're selling out fucking shows, cruises.
Hmm.
Like, bro, Creed is Brown. Creed is doing amphitheaters and arenas in the same
Yeah.
towns.
Yeah,
You believe it?
because
All
many
right,
people remember those songs. Many people
bro.
remember
Everything, and
those
then
tracks that came out.
Cody Rhodes is super popular now with a certain fan base. But
Yeah.
what do you feel about this? Did you find a Drew McIntyre article on that
Yeah, I
about
read
him
I
talking
read
on the?
this I read this backstage WWE and AEW rumors, the latest on Drew McIntyre, Kenny Omega, and more. This is from BleacherReport.com, and here's what we got here. Drew McIntyre's contract saga is finally over after he has officially re-signed with WWE on a big money deal that reflects the quality of his work and undeniable contributions to wrestling's most powerful promotions. The latest on the deal headlines this collection of wrestling rumors, which also looks at the return of Westlake, an update on Kenny Omega's health, and injury news on one of the most best young stars in AEW. Okay, here's what we got, and it said it's what Dave Meltzer reported there. And The Rock said, "Man of my word, as you are a man of yours, congratulations, Drew McIntyre, on your signing of your new WWE deal. As we talked about after your WrestleMania match, I know this Scottish Claymore represents everything that you, your family, and your country embody." All right. McIntyre told the Pat McAfee show that he was never leaving WWE, and the delay in his signing had to do with his family and doing right by them. It is not a surprise that the Scot re signed with the company and never planned on leaving. He has been featured on the roster for the past 6 months and had one of the most anticipated WrestleMania 40 matches as he embroiled in the latest feud in the WWE with CM Punk. McIntyre having leaving would have been a massive blunder by WWE and probably the performer himself, since he had gotten paid handsomely to go elsewhere. Sure, he would have gotten paid big amounts of money, but consistently, could he expect to be utilized and would have been at the level that he is currently at WWE? I mean, that's another thing you got to think about. You could get paid all this money by another wrestling promotion, but how they use you and how they build you up is another question. Look at what happened with Bret Hart when he joined WCW. The staff and the management at WCW were so whacked out of their heads, they really they yeah, they pay him all this money, but they didn't really know how to work him. They didn't really know how to build him, let alone use him. I mean, like when you think about it, it's like it was like the probably one of the biggest blundering moves WCW did before they
Did you
closed
put
their
the link in
doors.
the chat?
The link, I got this one here. Let me do
Because I
this.
did send it. I did link out to Sean and Cronin and
I'll put it in your Skype
Prince.
chat. You want to put it in the Skype chat?
Now the YouTube chat.
Okay, all right there. All right there. So the chat that we have right now, put it in there. Okay. Let's see.
Because
I got the
I just tagged Sean's view. I tagged Joe, and then I messaged
okay.
Extreme Shaft, and I
All
tagged
right.
Paul 3, and then I messaged Prince. So
All right there. I left a Prince a message myself there earlier today about wanting if he wants to come in
I remember you used to
and
have
show the
like
show.
Sean's view and all those guys on all the time. Remember for the wrestling.
Yes, I know. Like we had that
Remember?
one third. Yeah, that one wrestling, that one show. It was more about wrestling. It was about everything else in between. It was him,
Right.
me, Prince, and Bullfrog, and you joining in later on the call. It was a pretty damn good show there. And he talked about how AEW is floundering at the moment here. Okay, so back to the article here that I'm reading. Let me get this up here. All right. Wes Lee from NXT, I guess he's going to be coming back. Fightful Selects Corey Brennan reported that Wes Lee, who returned Tuesday night as part of NXT's Spring Break-In, has been cleared to wrestle for some time now. The news comes despite reports stated that he would be out of action up to a year due to severity of his back injury. Lee is a former NXT North American champion, but he had to relinquish the title when he stepped away to deal with his injury. So it made sense when his return saw him interrupt current title holder Oba Femi celebrating a victory over Ivar. Lee is one of the most popular stars on the roster and appeared to be on his way to a potential run as world champion before the injury forced him on the sideline. Now he is in reemerge in an NXT taping that looks different than the one he is left, but with the same fire to succeed. The question is, can whenever he can utilize his speed and agility to take down the mighty Femi. And here's an update on Mr. Kenny Omega, who understand is sidelined with an injury. Kenny Omega returned it to AEW TV this past Wednesday, only to find himself attacked by the Young Bucks and this one guy. I guess I cannot pronounce his name. Kazukiya, what's I cannot pronounce his last name, before taken out of the arena on a stretcher. Though fans were excited about the former world champion's return, they soon temper that emotion as it does not look like he'll be back anytime soon. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com Select said, quote,
Brown, there was rumors for months, Brown,
mhm,
that he wasn't coming back. He was going to he was going to AEW, like, and it was look, the rumors were making sense. Just to give
mhm,
you a breather here, because you're reading all that. The
yes,
rumors were making sense because they were like, he's not, Drew's not necessarily in the title picture because he lost it. The whole WrestleMania thing, blah blah blah, all that.
yes,
So, he's like a step down from that when he should be in the title picture and if not having the title, going against the guy with the title, with the championship belt.
I
So,
see.
you know what I mean? Like the rumors did make sense of him leaving and going to AEW. The not only that, but the big thing was the travel. Like I guess he had a family emergencies or something, and WWE
I
wouldn't
see.
let him
Yeah,
go before or
yeah,
something. But compared to AEW's schedule like much more days off compared to AEW, and
Yeah.
so it was making sense the rumors. But from all of this and everything so far, what do you think so far on this? Like, do you want him to stay or what?
Ooh, Drew McIntyre? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it would be nice. I mean, like WWE has been using him properly. He's being billed very properly. He's been doing his work in and out of the ring very properly. And it would be a not really fatal mistake, but it would be a huge mistake for him to depart to go to a different company where who knows what could happen. He could flop. He could build up speed. He could make it big, or he can make crap, or whichever there. And Extreme Shaft, you're in the chat. Come in. We'll send the link to you. Feel free to
Yeah,
join the
Shusha,
show.
we're talking like the current wrestling news, like just stuff that just dropped today, and then like some previous stuff from a week or two ago, like big news, like the Tony Khan, Super Bowl thing or draft thing,
In
and
Detroit, by the way, which was it held. And
and then
by the way,
I have a little, I guess you can call it a conspiracy, but it's kind of an opinion. Um, everyone was praising Triple H, WrestleMania, the Paul Levesque era.
yes, it
Stephanie
has started.
McMahon came out, presented draft picks or
Yeah.
whatever
So,
for the draft. And oh shit, turn your camera off, Brown. Oh my god. Sting just appeared in the ring. Where did the bro?
mm,
All right, so
yeah,
my thing is, and I want Brown to hear this though.
yeah.
Is this, you know, gonna
All
be the
right.
last of the Triple H's?
All right. All right, there. Thanks. Sorry, you got a sideline. My What's up? You'll sound nice. Yeah, definitely. It'll be cool to have in my room or right in the living room there. That's for sure. It'll be
Brown,
yes,
you
it'll
just
be a
doc.
go. Sorry
Brown, you
about
just
that.
doxed. Yes, you just
What?
doxed her, bro.
All right, so my bad. Well,
Brown, you just doxed her. She was all over the screen.
what's up?
He don't give a fuck.
Yes,
Whatever, then he
definitely
don't
I
care.
will. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, my bad
Yo,
for that. Yes,
you
I know. I
doxed her.
realize.
You
Yeah, I
doxed her.
mentioned her name. Yeah.
She was all over the screen though.
Well, I didn't really dox her. She came in. I don't think she was aware of we were live
Well, she
there.
was on the screen. If you mind or don't mind, some people
Oh, I
don't like
know.
having their children on. Is that your like niece?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, she was all over
Yes.
the screen, but
I know. Well, by the way, I want to take this opportunity to give my sister a big, massive shout out to her for everything her and her husband have done for me in the past. And I mean everything. They helped me a lot through a lot of situations, including advice and everything else. All right, there.
right.
So, all right. And Chef, you got to get on the call, dude. We missed you, man. See how you're doing.
Shav, get on the
But
call, but
yeah, dude, if you're watching, come on, dog.
do the
Now,
right
back
thing, homie.
you're right there. Yeah, she wanted to come in there and tell me about this Darth Vader thing that's going to be sold at Home Depot. She's going to
Yo,
send me the link.
are
Go
they
ahead.
having new parties? Are they having any May 4th parties? Did you
Yeah,
find
but
any?
not really. I know the castle doesn't have any thing planned, but I did try to contact the castle via telephone, but I got no answer. I'll try it
Right.
again later on when we're done with the show or later on tomorrow during my job. But I do plan on bringing my lightsaber and my Kylo Ren outfit. And of course, I'll be ready to roll this coming Saturday night. Yeah, baby. And of course, if I find that one dude who I showed in the short last weekend with his lightsaber. Definitely, if he wants to do a lightsaber duel, I'll gauge. We'll do it outside. out of respect for the
Excuse me, sir. You
people.
can't. You can't.
What? What's wrong?
Excuse me, sir. You can't bring that in here, sir.
Bring what? Oh, I see what you're
Your
getting at.
lightsaber.
All right, there. Well, we'll find out on the
Be
Saturday
ready
night
for
there.
that, brother. Be ready to
I know exactly.
walk your ass right back out of that venue and go and put that lightsaber in your trunk of your car or whatever, because that could be
Right.
considered a weapon. I mean,
And,
places barely let you in with umbrellas, Brown.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I'll try and then find out later on. Like I said, I will make some calls and let's see who we have here.
How about
Shaft
an
is here.
email? Email the
Yes.
general manager. Shaft, can we email the general manager of the club and ask him if she can bring in a
Whoa. Shaft.
lightsaber?
Shaft.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? We're glad you're here.
Well, thank you for the invite.
All right, there. Yeah, why I sent you an invite. I also invited Prince as well as Sean to Entertainment.
Thank
So
you.
far, we haven't got any response from them yet.
Well, on the Drew McIntyre talk, I just
Right?
watched an interview with him on the Pat McAfee show, and I
Yes,
guess
we
he
will
just
talk about
he
that.
just signed a long-term deal with the WWE.
Yes, we were reporting on that, and
So
and
he will be around for a while.
I'd rather
yeah,
take a Drew McIntyre as champion than Cody Rhodes any day, quick. And I'm not even a big Drew McIntyre guy. Like I really don't have any favorites. I like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? For the current wrestlers, but
Well, Drew is gonna probably go after Priest, and
but the
but
Punk
right
Cody,
now,
fan's always
I
going to be
think
there too.
I
That's
think
the money.
Cody's gonna is a transitional champion
hmm.
into something.
Transgendered.
Not transgender, no, transitional
Nah, fuck
champion.
that. They made that big ass deal. Let them have the belt for fucking 20 years. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got another belt, bro. You feel me? They got another championship belt. Like, that belt that fucking
Dude,
Cody
they
has
got
don't
so
mean
many
nothing.
belts. Dude, they got
It's like
so
the
many belts.
monetize
It's
this
huge.
championship, bro. It's like the monetize this belt. It don't mean nothing, bro. Like, the other belt that McIntyre lost, that's the belt to have,
Uh,
brother.
to each their
I'm
own
just
on that.
saying. I know the belt looks cooler. The one that Cody has, it's cooler looking. But the real storyline, the real thing that grabs me is that CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Like, that's real. Like, they're shooting. That's not going back to the scripted stuff, Brown. That's all real. That's off the cuff. The Punk and McIntyre stuff when they're on the mic. That is great. I think that's up there better than the Rock stuff, entertainment wise for me. Like, because I know they can
I
keep
think
that going. CM Punk, the Rock's
You
here for a
think?
limited time, but CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, like, that's real. That is real hot mic back and forth, and that's really what McIntyre and a lot of people think of Punk too. So like, your CM Punk anti CM Punk fans, they're loving that. Your CM Punk fans are loving that because he's getting real too. He's like,
Well,
guys, like I'm the like he is. He brings the asses in the seats and shit. Like, people chant his name for a reason, you know.
I think he's gonna he'll be done in a couple of years though, and then be on the mic. He'll be on commentary.
Yeah, he's just
so
gonna get
I
Punk.
just
that WrestleMania,
yeah,
moment.
but yeah, I could see him coming back healthy. But they got this thing with him and Drew, so. But
Yeah.
I think Drew's gonna beat Priest. So
All right. All right. So I guess one of the big reasons why that is a big hit, the promo work between those two, Drew and CM, is probably because I believe there are some people in the roster who still hold a grudge against CM Punk for the way he talked trash about the WWE when he left back in 2016.
Yeah,
And let's not forget, he did that one stint in the octagon in an MMA He tried to make it as a UFC fighter, and he failed miserably on that. He got his ass whooped, from what I remember. And I guess so. If it's to say that the mic work between Drew and CM is
Twice,
probably
right?
somewhat similar to what,
Extreme Shaft.
yeah,
What's that? I'm sorry.
Twice CM Punk fought.
In AEW or
let's not
in
forget
WWE?
also the
And the
mic
UFC.
work,
Yeah, he fought twice in the
the
UFC.
WWE. I was going to
Yes.
mention the mic. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, let's not
Yeah,
forget the
lost
mic
twice.
work that CM Punk did with MJF back in the AEW. They threw a lot of
I
stuff
didn't
at each
even.
other.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot all about that, and I couldn't even. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Like I forgot all. I mean, that tells
No,
you how.
that was some
You
good
know.
stuff with between it. Well,
It was,
the two
yeah.
of them, are the two best I
But like,
think
what
on the
came
mic.
out of that? What really came out of that though? Did they have a match?
Yeah,
Like,
They did,
they
yes.
fought.
and who won?
Um,
Exactly. You don't fucking remember.
I don't remember.
See, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like Tony Khan needs help with his company. Everyone's saying it. Even Ryback, he roots for him. AEW. I mean, all these people, all the podcasters root for AEW because it's a more place, more opportunities for wrestlers. It's the whole thing.
Right.
But like Ryback still, he's on. I mean, Conan, all of them. They're like, bro, storylines. They need storylines, and they need like Tony can book matches. Like he can make dream
Yeah.
matches. He can make dream matches, but
Yes, he
when it comes to
can.
everything in between and all that stuff, it's not good. And then not only that, look, like I know they get a lot of hate on like people don't recognize people wrestlers. They bring them in, no storylines, no story to bring them in. Who are these people? But then like the production, the audio, lighting, like when the theme song comes out, it's not like surround sound like WWE is. Like their shit is like almost like you're filming from a phone camera. It's like not the visuals, but just the audio. Like the audio for their entrance music at AEW, a lot of times, whenever I
Yeah.
watch, it's not loud and that Dolby sound like it would
Right.
be. Like almost like you would. It's like you would play the CD of it. Like it's perfect. Like obviously they adjust the crowd noise and it just must be someone who's not good at like audio or EQ or
Well, they
they
probably
need
don't.
to,
They don't have the budget like WWE has.
nah, but
Yeah.
like it's the Khan family though. They're like it should be budgetless,
Yeah,
free
because
budget. You know.
Tony Khan owns a couple of football teams.
Well, we know that, Brown. We know
Yeah,
that,
but
but I'm
also
saying,
his father, and his father owns I believe he owns a couple of things as well,
But I'm
probably
sure
just
his
as big.
father, as a smart businessman, said, "Here, son, here's X amount of dollars to invest into your little wrestling company."
well, yeah, you're right. Like there should be a certain amount of money, but like, is Tony Khan really doing these like cable TV deals by himself? You think, or does he have people and stuff? You think, like
He
he's
may
not
be
letting no
doing
one
them in.
help him with the show? You know what I mean, though?
Well,
Like,
I definitely think the show would be better if he took a seat back, took a step back and let someone run the show for sure,
Yeah,
and get off of creative.
like a commissioner or a head writer or something like that.
It would take. Eric Bischoff said he'd do it for 10 million for 1 year, but he'd have to have
Uh,
all control.
oh boy, that'll be interesting to see when he shows up in the building.
did he
That's
really
for
give a
sure.
number? When did he come out? When did he say that?
He said that I don't know if he said a number, but he said he wouldn't do it for 5 million, and then he said everyone has a number, So I was thinking another 5, and he probably would.
Yeah, but Tony Khan wouldn't give him total control.
Well, that's the problem. Tony, that's what Who said it? What interview did I see? Was it CM Punk's interview? Tony, great guy, horrible booker.
Oh, dude.
Great person, but yeah, he has no control over things. So
That's
you
a
need
fact. You're right.
he needs
You're right.
someone back there that has the authority, that has the respect. to run the show, and they
And
don't
Isn't
have
like
one.
Dean? Isn't like not Dean Malenko? I think he might be though. Dean Malenko and like a lot of those old names like work behind the scenes, but like, what do they really do? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and you know, a lot of them are probably like, bro, they're on a good payroll. If you're getting paid good, you're not gonna fucking criticize the boss. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think
Right.
it'll
If you're
probably.
smart, at least.
I
And
know
I
the one
guess
thing.
no, I was gonna say like Rusev is on a contract where he's guaranteed his money, and he only has to show up for 4 shows a year.
Wow,
Dang.
really?
That's the minimal he has to do, and that's all he's doing.
Wow.
So and
How does that come about? I'm always interesting to hear about because I remember that when some of these performers in the original WCW contracts, like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and those guys, they would work less days or hours, but you receive all this dang money.
right.
And it's like you're like, but that's yeah, it's good that you could be a little bit lazy at times and get paid for it, but that's not really proving yourself in the ring.
And
That's
and
not really
that's
getting
not the type of people that WWE want. WWE
exactly.
wants people that want it.
Remember, WWE is more like a Republican, whereas AEW is more like Democrat when you think about it there.
Ooh.
I know it's because when you think about it, they have a transgender pro wrestler, Nyla Rose. I mean, I guess you have a. I'm
But she
not too
doesn't
sure.
wrestle as a she wrestles as a woman.
I know she does, yeah. But for rumor has, for what I've heard, she used to be a dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were talking about that left and right.
I think she's pre-op. I think she's still got her junk.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Oh shit.
We'd have to ask
And, you know,
YR about
when you
that.
Pre-op,
think
but
about I
yeah.
think about this, Khan does. I think a lot of people respect Khan for the fact that he's able to allow the wrestlers, the rosters, to come up with their own ideas in terms of storylines, stunts, and everything else.
But that's
Whereas,
not always good.
yeah, that's true. There, I think that what's led to the melee backstage at the London pay-per-view, the altercation between
Bro,
Jack
all of
Perry
these
and CM Punk.
people and CM Punk, all of these people, Brown, your Bubba Ray Dudleys, your Mark Henrys, your vets that are retired,
Yeah,
all of them that I hear on these podcasts, and most, if not a lot, if not all, wrestlers have their own or they're on a podcast.
yes,
They all
absolutely.
praise CM Punk, bro. None of them are shitting on CM Punk. Like only Ryback shits on CM Punk and like the news sites.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's true.
it's and a few Cronin fans here and there, right, about CM Punk. Like,
Well,
yeah,
Punk is an asshole. He is a liberal. He is a very,
yeah, but maybe
let
he
your
was an
kid
asshole
choose what's,
maybe 10
like,
years ago. 10 years ago, he was an asshole, maybe, but like, you don't think because he wants to help the younger people, bro. Isn't that crazy? He
no,
wants to help, and he's
he's
not being
still an
selfish.
asshole though. He's still an
He's not being
asshole.
selfish, bro. He's not being
That's fine.
selfish.
He can still be. You can still not be selfish and be an asshole.
What makes him be an asshole, though?
He would let your 5-year-old son choose to cut off his pee and take fucking hormones to block his pee.
What?
He's all
Oh,
pro like
dude.
that. He's
All
pro
right, so he's
transgender.
pro-trans,
He's
pro-liberal, and everything,
yes,
right?
he's very
Yeah, but
very
I don't.
liberal.
Do
LGBTQ.
you really judge people on their political beliefs? Come on.
No, that's why I won't listen to anything that he says when it comes to that. Just like Kevin Nash, another one that's a huge liberal.
Yes,
But
bro.
I'll listen to
I
his
got
wrestling.
subscribed for.
I'll listen to
Yeah.
his wrestling talk and I'll listen to all that. But once he starts talking politics, forget about it.
Shaft. I unsubscribed from him because he does that. They split the
Cornette
audience.
too. Jim Cornette is another one. Love his
Oh,
talk on fucking
absolutely.
wrestling.
Yes, I know
Love
that.
what he did for wrestling. He should be in the Hall of Fame if he's not.
Exactly, yes. But he's way left.
He's way left.
Way left, dude.
Yeah.
He is.
He
talks trash about
lets like
Trump.
other men sleep with his wife and shit. He's like that weird.
Yeah, I heard about that as well. Remember that? Damn. Shit, dude. Yep.
but
you
I
think
always liked him as a talent in wrestling.
Dr. Brown, remember that Mr. Pibb, brother?
Mr. Pibb? Yeah, you mentioned that before. That's from HEB, correct?
No, this is the Mr. Pibb. This is, I think, Dr. Pepper's. Well, no, this is like Coca Cola's flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Sort of
It's
like
interesting how Coca Cola, like,
Oh, I wish I had a
how,
Fago. I would
you know
show
what I'm
you a
saying? Like,
Fago.
how
yeah, you
Coca
gotta try
Cola
a
has it.
Fago, YR. You got to. You so
Jacob
gotta try a
Fuego,
Fago.
right? Jacob Fago.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, I just want to give a quick plug. Brown and
Yep.
Extreme Shaft. What did you? Oh, I don't know if Brown watched it, but overall, what do you think about that Scott McKinnon interview?
I did watch a little bit, but I was tied away to help do something there. But I will watch the rest of it later on this evening when we're done with this program for Shizzle.
Oh,
But I definitely
I was able to listen to it all.
You think yours is still better, or what do you think?
Better as he's more a part of the community than I am. Mine is like
We'll see how the numbers do, but the
But
Browns
yeah,
is up there too. Browns is up there on the
we
numbers
did that
too.
yesterday, folks. Go check it out on YR's channel, Entertainment Channel 360, ladies
and
and
why did
gentlemen.
you take down the one of SC?
I told him he's not going to have any. I'm kind of acting like a
Karen.
Democrat with him on that. Yeah, parent and Democrat. Like we're censoring
Entitled
SC.
little Karen. He's been acting like.
We censor SC. He's blocked.
SC was hanging out. I wasn't on yesterday, but Nikki J was live and SC was hanging out in his chat.
Yeah, we banned him over here. He tried to kind of slither his way, worm his way in, and Brown didn't know what the count was.
He was using an alias name, obviously.
Paco.
Yeah, Nikki doesn't have him blocked, so he, as long as he's not doing anything stupid.
Well, no, he's not a problem over there, but he's a big problem over here. So,
yeah,
I mean, he'll come in there while I'm in Nikki's chat. I mean,
that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, brother.
He's not scared of me over there. And Nikki was even making some jokes, so.
Oh, and he's perfectly fine with the Nikki jokes, huh?
Well.
Oh yeah.
You know how he does with you, Extreme Shaft? He wasn't doing that with Nikki?
No.
Like he was doing.
No, he's trying to buddy up to Nikki.
Yeah, don't let him fall for it, bro. Nah, fuck
Nikki
that.
Yeah, Nikki.
We don't have to tell Nikki
don't buddy up to this guy.
Nikki, we don't have to tell Nikki nothing. Nikki knows.
He's not allowed over here in the Wire Show, but he's allowed everywhere else. Bring him on in. I mean, come on, guys.
I told him you should invite SC into your Discord. He started laughing with this big obnoxious laugh that Nikki has.
All right, Joe. So there's a link for everybody watching to join in and hang out, say hi. Come join the StreamYards and have a good time.
Brian, are you, Dr. Brandon and Extreme Shav, question for both of y'all. Are you happy that Vince McMahon is totally out of the picture?
I am, because
with WWE.
So it's not just because what he was doing to Miss Janelle Grant and to some of the other women.
Who, by the way, how real is that person even? There's only one picture in existence of that girl. For Christ's sake. Like,
all I can say about
weird.
that,
it's a bit weird.
All I can say about that with that chick is you can't rape the willing. So
even if she's real, bro, like this might be like Vince might have pissed someone off them. I don't know. Like this, just one picture of her. Where's her on social media? Like, where is this?
Keep in mind, you may remember I mentioned this before. Rita Marie. She was the WWF's first female referee back in the 1980s, way before Aubrey Edwards came into the spotlight. She sued McMahon for a specific amount of money, claiming that McMahon was tried to sexually harass her, attack her, called her all to his office. He tried to grope and fondle her and such. she sued the WWF. She did a few interviews on the various podcasts as describing that whole situation. And there's been many stories out there of Vince McMahon doing this with this young female, that young female. I mean, it's all over the place. I mean, it's well recognized as long with his achievements in the world of professional wrestling. And as you've noticed, his wife Linda has so kept her distance, along with his son Shane, as well as Stephanie. In fact, I guess the reason she left the way she did was she found out her dad was going to be back in the spotlight. She's like,
Dr. Brown,
"Love you, Dad, but I'm done."
I watched the WrestleMania 17. Remember, that's when Linda McMahon was in the wheelchair.
Yes,
Remember that?
yes, yes. I remember
But
that whole angle.
ever since then, I feel like she hasn't been in the company. Like she hasn't been on TV.
No, she left the company. She did some work with Donald Trump behind the scenes. I guess she became an ambassador of small businesses. And what is
God,
that noise in the background?
what is that?
I don't know. What the heck, man?
Shafty mowing your lawn right now.
You can hear the lawnmower. You can hear the weed whip out there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
What the heck is that?
That's outside. I got windows open, but yeah.
Oh, that's what it
What?
is.
I'll
One
mute
of his
myself.
neighbors is weed whipping, and we can hear it straight through the mics here, through the headphones.
That's what's nice about Discord, guys. Is Discord it blocks all that shit out.
What?
Wow.
Oh my god,
Wow.
yeah, it's awesome.
Wow. Haven't been on Discord in a long ass time, so should probably get on there, see what's going on.
Nah, no one uses Discord, but
When I was cutting grass and I would wear my headphones and be in the Discord, and they could not hear the lawnmower running, but I could have a conversation with everybody.
Chef, you need to go out the window and say, "Knock it off."
Actually, it's my house.
Oh,
I need it weed whipped.
I see. So, what did the is it an apartment that you're living in? I guess.
No, I have a house.
Ah, I see there. But back to Vince McMahon. I mean, like, I'm glad he's left because not just because of the shit he brought on to himself, but also the fact that so many people, including myself, have been questioning his he's been questioned for the creative input that he had in the WWE prior to the whole scandal taking fold. I mean, when you think about it, people are saying Vince should have retired a long time ago. Vince should have left a long time ago because the output that he's been putting into to the storylines, this and that, hasn't been up to par. It's been boring. It's been snoozing. It's been a snooze fest from day one. I mean, when you think about it,
that is true. Yes.
Yeah, this is one of the big reasons why I stopped watching the WWE. Remember, when I first started watching WWE, when I first moved to Texas in early 2014, I was like, who are these guys? Like, where's the real action? Where's the shocking promos work? It's like everything's so PG. I even made a remark one time that the storylines and the dialogues that the roster, the WWE were using at that time were similar to the dialogue from that cartoon show, Super Friends. I'm going to hit you with my clothesline. Not if I stop you with my pile driver.
What? What are you talking about?
You watch the show Super Friends. It's a cartoon show from the 1970s. It was the original. It's basically the Justice League of America taking on the Legion of Doom, not Hawk and Animal.
It's a comedy.
It was a cartoon back in the South. In the 70s.
Didn't they do that on Saturday Night Live?
No, it was Saturday morning.
It's very serious, and it was on during the day during the weekdays too.
Saturday morning, yes, Saturday morning.
No, I thought it was Monday through Friday, also on Channel 20.
And it was KWBIC Detroit channel 5, correct?
See, I can say those channels to Dr. Earl and he'll remember them from growing
See,
up.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
will.
Go.
Yes, I remember them.
Channel
I,
56.
yep, I remember them. I remember
Remember?
that. That was a
You,
public station.
yeah, you remember the new dance show with R.J. Watkins?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. Remember the scene with Nat Morris back in the day, back
Yes.
in the
Yes.
80s? No, you
Yep.
don't, Wire.
It was local brother.
It was local. It was on the black
What?
operated TV station called Channel WGPR TV,
You had it
Channel
on the
62.
you had it on the bunny ears.
Yeah,
You
everybody
could get
had
him on the
bunny ears
bunny
back
ears.
in the
Yep.
day. Yes, everybody had bunny ears back in the day. That's for
Yep.
sure. Yep. Or one ear in most cases.
Um. Well, yes, booking wise, I'm glad McMahon's gone, but no one's went to court yet. Everyone's guilty before they go to court. Like, bro, my thing just is there's one picture of existence of this chick. There's only one. It's crazy, bro. I just don't know what to believe, honestly.
Maybe she wants to keep her identity secret or
I mean,
her
does
look
she want
secret.
money? Like, is this whole thing for money? Or does she want to see him in prison? Like, come on.
It was all about money.
You know what I mean? Like,
As soon
when
as
does
she's
more, when does your,
as soon as he stopped paying her is when
She
she
spoke
fucking
up.
went. She spoke up.
Yes, exactly. That's how they do it.
And I think this is what happened. This is my theory with Vince McMahon. I think he's lost his mind. I don't think he's got all his marbles in his head anymore. One second.
Yep.
who?
You think Vince McMahon? Oh, why I was talking to somebody.
No. But I thought you were talking about Joe Biden.
Oh gosh.
Vince McMahon's fine, bro. He's dating like hot chicks
No,
and
he's
stuff.
not. He's sick. He's senile. He's lost his marbles. He's got Alzheimer's.
Where'd you get those? Where'd you get that
I think he's
information?
lost his power. This is what happened. He lost his power of attorney. So now someone else is in control of his money, and that's why those payments stopped.
Dang.
Wow.
And that's why it's now coming out. And now this is why you're not seeing him anywhere. You don't see him anywhere, do you? When was
Well,
the last time you seen him?
I saw a short clip of him, enter in NYC, entering some sort of ability with a couple people with him, and I guess he was using a cane at that time, and they're saying that either he's physically sick or his sympathy card, one of those two things. But that's the only thing we've seen of him so far, other than that snidely whiplash look that he sported when the WWE and the UFC made that joint agreement, I guess, that merger.
Yeah,
And
I
if
don't
it,
know about all that, but
oh,
that's my
you
theory.
never saw McMahon look like Dick Dastardly or Snidey
Oh
Whiplash?
yeah,
Look
I
it up
see.
on the internet.
I did see that.
Dude,
Yeah, I
man,
did see that.
oh man, talk about what with what we have heard and read in that 67-page report. If it's to say that he is now the officially Snidely Whiplash or Dick Dastardly right now, according to social media and everybody else with what's going on.
I don't know. That's what I believe is going on. He's a 76-year-old man, and he's getting old.
Yeah, and that is true there. You could be big in muscles, but not big in the brains, unfortunately. Sooner or later, that dementia may strike someone out of the blue. And I think many people have been speculating that McMahon has been suffering from that for the past few years. You may remember this and see what you guys thought about this. I spoke about this a couple times. Mandy Rose pitched a storyline for the WWE writers, pitching a lesbian relationship, a storyline, a loving storyline between her and Sonya Deville, who, as you know, is openly gay. She recently got married to her girlfriend not too long ago. They took that storyline, and guess who they gave it to? They fed it to Liv Morgan and Lana. Lana was supposed to marry Bobby Lashley after she dumped Rusev. And then Liv Morgan comes out saying, I object. I can't believe my love is going to do this to me. And they thought it was Bobby Lashley at first until she said, oh, no, it's not you, Bobby. It's Lana. And everybody was like, whoa. And wouldn't you know, Sonya Deville, when she saw the whole thing, she was like, huh? Because remember, like they took something that Mandy pitched and they gave it to awkward storyline.
Sorry, I don't know anything about all that.
Oh yeah, this was a couple years back when Mandy was still involved with the WWE. And I guess
Right.
what I understand, Mandy Rose right now has did some photo shoots with Paige Van Zandt, who I guess is involved with AEW. If she's still involved with AEW currently or whichever there, but if it's to say that both women look extremely hot, wouldn't you
Well, yeah,
say?
that's why they can sell pictures of themselves, and they have their OnlyFans, and they live off of that.
Fan time, that's what it's called. That's what Mandy Rose has. It's a thing called fan time page.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure what kind of content was on it, but the only thing I've seen of Mandy somewhat nude was when she kind of like had the two championships from when she was with NXT around her private areas, her down there area and her boobs area, and that was about it. Nothing explicit, nothing, a little bit of teaser, but nothing that would get her fired.
Well, she did something that got her fired.
I know, and the thing is, we don't know what it is. We do not know,
It's probably
but yet,
YR's
Well,
fault.
no, it was she was like not on like necessarily OnlyFans, but it was a site to where like like I guess dudes could like feet
pay a
pick yeah like
prescription.
hello
Yeah,
hello, can I finish? Keep interrupting me, Brown. Jesus, really starting to piss me off, man. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I think the connection's messed up because of my Bluetooth, but
hmm.
Brown,
Yes.
you have to understand it was like a third party,
Mhm.
like some of those apps where you can buy pictures from like women, right? It wasn't OnlyFans,
Yes.
but it was something to that effect. But they weren't nudes necessarily. It was like feet pics or bikini,
Yes.
or
What
and
I've
it's
seen
not a
of a
good look
lot of
on. Yes,
right there. I've
Scantily
seen
clad.
pretty
yes.
much. Yep. Perfect way to say it. And I guess the head honchos of the WWE thought, can't have this. You're gone, Mandy. See ya. Don't want to be ya.
Well, I think we're in for something with the Netflix deal. I think we're gonna get more into some more um what is that, TV 14, and
Mm,
a little more risque, maybe back
yeah.
more into like Attitude Era
Yeah,
stuff,
there was.
you know.
Yeah, like the ruthless aggression era, the attitude era. But as long as it doesn't get to, now the thing is, as long as it doesn't get to the point where they start using profanity on the air,
No,
because
well
remember,
that's the thing. I think you'll be able to get away with that on Netflix
yeah,
when
that's true.
what they say Raw's moving to Netflix, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I know they're still with Peacock TV. I know that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So WWE is definitely moving places once again, thanks to Mr. Levesque taking over and starting making wrestling great again. I know Vince Russo was asking, many times, let's make wrestling great again. And I'm sure going back to AEW, I'm sure the last thing Tony Khan wants is to hire Vince Russo as a writer. I know Russo has stated that he doesn't write for wrestling no more. He'd rather do his podcasts and shows and all that. I know, and I don't think AEW needs a Viagra on a pole match, let alone a Judy Bagwell on a step on one of those lever type of things, whatever they call them.
Yeah, I don't think you need all that.
No, but I'm going to possibly think maybe Tony Khan will probably come up with some crazy ass idea to bring the ratings and the fans back. What you need to do, Khan, is come up with storylines, angles, situations.
Yes.
Exactly, because
Yes.
we haven't really had a real
It's not that
situation other
hard,
than
bro.
CM Punk and MGF.
It's not that hard, right?
No,
Exactly.
I think that's the thing is it's not that easy.
Build characters. Just the basics. That's what all the pros on these podcasts, all these former wrestlers on these podcasts are saying. It's just the basics of wrestling. Like, you can't just throw someone out there from New Japan that just a small fan base has heard of and expect like to grow and stuff. You gotta have like at least build these characters, bro. They're doing none of that, Brown. They're doing none of that. How is
Maybe
your ring belt? How is your ring? The one rope's red and the other's white. Like,
that's how
is
it
it
is. I
two
found it
rings?
on. I know it's a one ring. Let me show you here.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I figure I
They
got.
would
I
never do
get
that in wrestling because that's too distracting, though. Like, that is pretty cool, though. Right, chat?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah,
figured that since we're doing a wrestling show, we figure we have this in the background.
getting the
Yes.
That's awesome.
Dr. Brown, what was else on that list on the news I sent you? You want to scroll back?
Let's
Should
see.
be a
The only
couple more
thing.
items. Oh, the Eric Rowan signing back.
Let's see here.
He's probably going to do like a. They're probably going to bring back the
Eric, who's
whole
again?
Bray Wyatt. Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan. Oh, that's good. He was. I know he was using the name
signing back.
Redbeard for a while there.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's probably going to get with Strowman and Wyatt's brother. They're going to probably bring back the Firefly gang or whatever
Dallas.
they were called.
They're probably the Bray Wyatt family, I guess.
Yes, family, but
like the bloodline.
Exactly what they're going to do.
That.
It's going to be like a big tribute to Bray. Like they're going to bring back that original family back. I mean, obviously the one guy died, right? The other guy,
Yeah,
but Luke
Bray
Rojas.
Wyatt. Yes.
What was his name? Luke Harper.
Luke Harper, yes. His real name was John Huber, and he passed away years back. He was Brody Lee, the Exalted One, leader of the Dark Order.
And we do support the Israelis, brother.
And by the way, I'm clicking on here. This is PW Mania right here, and it does say here, Eric Rowan's WWE return confirmed. A former WWE star's long-rumored return has been confirmed. PW Insider reported today that Eric Rowan has signed with the company. Rowan recently pulled out of independent bookings, leading to many believed maybe a return to the WWE. In terms of what he will do, he is believed to be involved in the Uncle Howdy storyline. Bo Dallas is expected to return as the Uncle Howdy character. If you've been watching WWE TV in recent weeks, you've seen teases on Raw and SmackDown. The character's return was first hinted near the end of the credits during the Bray Wyatt documentary. Braun Strowman, who was also involved with the Wyatt family, made a return to Raw this past Monday. There is no currently any indication that he'll be a part of the Uncle Howdy storyline / stable, but plans are subject to change. So we'll probably see Eric Rowan back with the WWE, I guess, according to this, which is good, very good.
They used him in the documentary. I know if you guys watched that.
No, I never really saw it there, but
You
I
didn't
can
watch.
understand
You
him.
didn't watch the.
Bray Wyatt documentary. No, unfortunately, there. Remember, I'm a busy dude. I got my
I gotcha.
I got you, and plus, worked around and helping around the house here. Like I help run errands and such here, which makes it possible for me to make it home at certain time because of the damn traffic earlier today. But that's another story. I'll probably save that for a damn vlog in the future. And when I was thinking about. I watched a couple episodes. Big Time Wrestling. That was based in Detroit.
Yeah,
I remember they had Terry Funk when he was clean shaven. I remember that was I guess that was back in the later half of the 70s if I'm correct.
I would think so. Yeah, late
Yeah, I
70s.
got to look out. I got to watch more of that because that is most interesting. Like seeing Ted DiBiase on on Georgia Championship Wrestling when
Yeah,
Jake Roberts was just simply Jake Roberts with the cowboy hat. Ted DiBiase before he became the $1 Million Man. And also, I remember seeing this one clip of Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster, before he
yeah.
be right before he grew his facial hair, later became the Devil's Child, as he would be in the storylines for NWA and WCW.
He did a lot of writing for WCW.
Yes, in fact, I remember he was the one who came up with the powers that be idea for having Vince Russo behind a desk, talking to everybody, face not shown.
Right.
But we kind of figured it was a kind of awkward voice. We expect a businessman to be a lot more heavier toned voice. But then again, what can you do? That's how Russo talks, I guess. He's
Yeah.
a he's a New Yorker from top to bottom.
Nah, but he's one of the smart ones because a lot of these, him, Bischoff,
Yeah.
um, and then the Conan stuff. I like listening like the wrestlers podcast. I don't like listening, besides Cronin, that's by default. I don't like listening to people who haven't done what they're talking about. Like all these news sites, like Ryback is right on these news sites, fake news sites, posting this fake stuff, not only about him, but just rumors in general, like being negative in the wrestling world, projecting that negativity. Like he's right on that. Like a lot of these people just do this stuff for clicks. Like, I mean, I won't put a Shanzu on that because Shanzu actually like it is real news stories that he does say and rumors. It's real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Sean, if you're listening to this show right now, the link is in the chat. Join in the show, dudes. Join in the show, guy, because we miss having you. It's been a while since we've spoken, since that one Thursday night show that we all did. I did found his other main YouTube, not YouTube channel, but Skype link, and I sent him the StreamYards just as well. All right. All right. So Backlash. That's coming soon. It's going to be in France. I guess AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes are going to be having a match together for, I guess, the Undisputed Championship. Let me look it up on who they got on the bill there. Give me a couple of seconds here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see what we got. All right there. Let's see what we got coming up there. Okay. I know I've seen a few bit of the ads on the
you got that match
X
card,
app.
brother?
What again? What's up?
You get the match card?
Match card. I
It's in
got it right here.
France too. It's in
Undisputed
France.
I know. Yes, undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes taking on AJ Styles, World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest versus Jey Uso, WWE Women's Champion Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton. It's a triple threat match. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Silka, what's it called? Sikoa. That's here I go. And Tama Tonga. My bad for mispronouncing his name. And also,
What'd you say? What'd you say? The first
I
one,
said, I
salmon,
I'm a solo. Remember,
salmonella.
I'm not Samoan, so I would not know. It's
No,
Solo
they're weird names. They are weird
Sikoa.
names, though. You know.
Yeah, they are. And Tama Tonga. Not, and I guess WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Oh, nice, Jeff. I think I'll have you a bag of Cheetos right now. Actually, thanks for reminding me.
You know what? I should probably
Got you
get me
hungry.
some as well.
Brown.
Everyone's so
So
much,
the match card. Let's leave the match card for France. It's in France. This pay per view. This is not
correct.
a United States. This is crazy that they're doing pay per views in different countries now. You got to give it up to
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
They're
bro,
reaching out.
AEW, like Tony Khan did that bullshit, talking shit about on the NFL draft, and what did WWE do? Brought in fucking
Yeah,
the most popular
surpassed
quarterback,
them.
Mahomes.
Yeah, they surpassed them. WWE has been surpassing AEW for a while now, thanks to Mr. Levesque.
Well, no, you missed the point, Brian. They brought in Patrick Mahomes, the most
Hmm
popular quarterback, and right after Tony Khan shat on WWE on the NFL draft. That's WWE's response. They brought in the biggest fucking quarterback, bro. So you can't. WWE's gonna always hit back
All
AEW.
right,
They always try
so we
to.
got. Let's see who this person is. He calls himself WWE fan.
No, don't let them in.
Let him in.
Let's see. Let's see who we got first. Hello.
You see how this guy is such a malicious piece of shit? How he has the lace truck?
Get
You
him
guys
off of
think
here.
this
It's
is
SC. Get him,
funny? You think this is
get him off of
funny?
here, Brown. Brown,
You think
Brown.
this
It's
is funny?
SC.
I am. I'm going.
Brown,
I'm
it's
going.
Earl, I have
SC. Get
no
him out of
issue with
I
it,
here.
know. I
Earl.
see it.
Earl,
Earl, get him
Got
out
it.
of here.
He's
Jesus
gone.
Christ.
He's gone. That
Earl,
son
that
of a
was
bitch.
SC.
I
was,
know. It's like.
I had to take you so long, bro.
Well, that's because I had to.
God, he was doxing all of us up and
down.
down for fucking 20 seconds right there.
Fuck you, SC.
Told you not to
son
let
of
him
a bitch.
in, and what? Come on,
I
guys.
didn't know it was him. Well, the chef came
Yeah,
in
we
and
Just
didn't-
said
never
that.
we didn't
answer.
know.
Never answer any accounts unless you know it's a person's real account. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this guy. Why do they have Mexican women on back of the quarters now? You see this?
Mhm.
Look at this.
Oh wow.
Back of the U.S. court, it's a Mexican woman. Never even heard of the woman.
What's her name?
It says VOTOPARALAMUGER. Voto voto para la mejor. Which probably means Mexican lady on the court. I don't know. Who is this? That's
I've
fucked
never
up,
heard
bro.
of the name myself. I never heard of her.
Staff, they're putting like they're dressing up like the George Washington statue into like the whole terrorist outfits, basically.
Oh no.
You know, not the face coverings, but that whole the plaited scarves that the terrorists wear, and they're put. I mean, it is
Oh,
what's
did
going
you
on
see
in the
what
world.
happened at UCLA last night or this
I've been
morning?
watching all that shit.
What
Yeah,
happened?
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Cops are shutting that shit down, but
Good.
Yeah, they weren't playing in UCLA. Absolutely. They marched them. I watched the camera view, and they marched them out one at a time and put their faces all over the camera. There were so many Chinese and white women. Chinese and white women.
Really?
Lots.
Really?
I was very surprised about the Chinese.
I'm surprised myself there.
Dr. Brown, have you ever dated a Chinese woman?
Never did.
Thank you.
Because but then you remember my best friend back in Michigan had a thing for Chinese women.
What?
Yeah, he did.
Well,
I
got the
remember
thing
there
for
was.
you today.
I
Dr.
I
Bombs
remember,
want to go to the club for me today.
I remember there was. I remember seeing a porn movie cassette called "Get This Yellow Fever."
Oh my god.
You get it?
Yep, absolutely. Hell, there was an X-rated spoof of Flashdance called Flash Pants.
Wow.
Yep. Anyway, so back to the wrestling talk there. So this Saturday, I'll bet one of our boys at my job will probably be watching while he is doing his work on this. He'll be watching from his phone because he did that with WrestleMania 40, and obviously,
Oh,
that's
you
going to
get to
be
watch. You get to get some highlights.
well. We be get definitely get some highlights when I go in and out of my working position there. No
Yes.
doubt about that. All right, there. That's pretty much about that's going on right now in my job. And it's interesting now that they have decided to move the pay-per-views to Saturday night instead of Sunday night. You remember every event would take place on the Sunday evening? They decided to make it, hey, let's make it a real weekend event. Let's have it on a Saturday night.
No, but makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Saturday is like considered the supreme weekend night.
And a lot of times, your fan base isn't often, our kids, and if they gotta go to school on Monday, staying up late, it might not be an option. Now you got people that don't have to get up necessarily early, and you can get more viewers.
Exactly. Exactly. I know that all the bar and grills, all the eateries with TVs behind the bars with they're going to have that event on. That's for sure. So it makes sense as well as to why they're doing this on Saturday nights.
But they've
All
been
right,
doing Saturday night for a while now.
you
You know
did
what
for about I guess for how many months I believe it was.
Well, it's been for,
It's been a year almost.
I think, longer than that.
So I guess I don't know what to say really, but you know what? My only advice to Mr. Tony Khan in terms if he wants to get his company back up again, well, start seeking like we just said, storylines, situations, stipulations. Like I even suggested that to WWE a few times in a few videos I made before because the content for that company was way in the tanker. So if it's so credit to Mr. Levesque for taking the company out of the rut that it was in back into the main stride where it belongs. And credit to Triple H altogether because, for I understand, he lives, breathes, eats, shits, sleeps pro wrestling. Now, one more question I'd like to add is that are they still going to continue to call the members of the roster superstars? Or are you going to bring back the word wrestling? Because for under McMahon's direction, wrestling wasn't even allowed to be mentioned. It was superstars, and that was about it.
Yeah, they haven't changed it yet, but I think they're getting away with calling them belts now.
Yeah, because they were not able to. They had to call it titles instead of belts.
Yeah, I
Put
think
the
they
title
can.
on the line. Yes.
Yeah, I think
All
they're
right.
allowed to say that.
That's good to hear. Now, one more question I want to ask, and it'll probably end the show. Alexa
Bro, we can do
Bliss.
another couple hours. Bro, we can do another couple hours or no?
No, I got things to take care of, things and stuff around the house and such. My question, Alexa Bliss, you think she'll be back?
She's supposed to be.
Now, if she comes back, you think she'll be a part of this white family faction back in her old scary gothic gimmick, like she was when she worked with Mr. Wyatt?
Um, she could.
Because that worked well with her, that's for sure.
She liked it. I know I've read stuff where it says that she really liked that, working with him and what he
I
came
know.
up with.
Yes, it did. It was a good thing there. And when Wyatt, and I love the way that she kept that character going for a long while. I remember the promo between her and Charlotte Flair, giving Flair this Charlie doll looking like a lily. Remember that promo there?
Yeah.
Right there. Now, do you think by chance, if she does return and be a part of the Wyatt faction under that particular gimmick, will we see a resurrection of Lily and Lily related merchandise?
Perhaps.
Hmm. Maybe so. Who knows?
Yeah.
They could probably have her portray that character, or they can have her return as the goddess Alexis Bliss. We'll have to wait and see in the long run, folks, because I
Yeah.
know a lot of what's cool. But then again, keep in mind she's a married woman. I guess she may. Isn't she pregnant right now? If I
She
understand.
already had the baby. She's had it.
Oh yeah. Oh
She
yeah.
had it.
So that's
She's had it a little while ago.
I see there now. I guess it'll probably be a few more months or weeks before they decided to make some calls to one another, say, "Hey, it's time for me to come back. Glad to have you back, Alexa. We got some ideas for you. Give a
Right.
listen to what we have to say and let us know what you think." And also, by the way, her husband happens to be singer-songwriter Ryan Cabrera, by the way. And you may remember a couple of his early hits back in the early 2000s. He once dated Ashley Simpson, the singer there, the disgraced singer, the way she fucked herself up from Saturday Night Live. And we
Yeah,
all
she
know
was a
about
train
that
wreck.
whole scenario. Yep. All right, there. So I think we came to the end of our program tonight. Shab, thank you for joining in on the show. Shout out to you, YR, just
Thanks
as
for the
well.
invite.
All right, there. Glad to. What, Shab, you and I got to do a show together sometime. You and I, and maybe Joe Blonin or Simo, if he's available. Talk about our memories of Michigan, how it's been, how it's going, how it's been since I left in 2014. You and I got to do that sometime soon, man. You up for it?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I'll hit you up on the Skype to find out when it'll be a good time of day. All right.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
All right, there. Shout out to you, YR. Thank you for being part of this show as well. And don't forget to subscribe to both our channels. Subscribe to YR's channel, Entertainment Channel 360. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, notification bells for both channels. And we will see you later on tonight. I'll be streaming a new Dark Soundscape set that I conjured up late last night. And everybody, enjoy the remainder of your Thursday evening. Bye bye. And we are so gone.